brightness. स्टार्ट कर दें. स्वान ठीक है ना? ओके. गुड मॉर्निंग. So the very first day for your journey to become IAS. Good morning. Good morning, sir. Very good morning. Very good morning है क्या? Obviously, from today, every morning will be very good morning for you. Every day you will be learning new things. Every day you will be in a right path and right direction to achieve your goal. Now, the first thing, of course, I will be taking you science and tech, internal security, society and current affairs. Now, and in some portions of essay also. Now, majorly before going to that, every day in the morning we will be having newspaper analysis. Now see, obviously without any other thing, newspaper is very, very important. You know the importance of it. You might have seen many topper talks or many people suggesting read newspaper and all. Right. Now, from my words, what is the importance of newspaper? Then we can go to our class. See, I do not know whether you heard about this or not. First thing, newspaper itself is a thing which makes you know that you are in the preparation. The reason is that when you will be doing the static part, you will be reading something, but what is happening currently with respect to that? You do not know. For example, say you in today's paper, there is an article says that Revanth Reddy Garu had met the governor about MLC nomination. Now, you will be learning about MLC nomination, MLC, all these things in your in your polity. Now, what are the current things happening? That you will be know in it, and further your sense of preparation will be coming from your newspaper. Now, if that is indirect advantage, the direct advantage is that we will be seeing the questions directly in both prelims and mains. Now, if 100 questions are there, 60 would be static, 40 would be current. In these 40, 20 would be extremely current. The meaning is that whatever is happening in the current affairs. Say for example, if a new method called as gene drive technology is in use, they can ask that directly. Now there is another type of current affairs which we generally call as contemporary affairs. The thing is that, please, the thing is that for that current affairs, there will be some static linkage. Understood what I meant by this? Exclusively current affairs, this has happened for the first time. Export promotion mission launched by the government. This is very new current affair. Now some things say which will be having static linkage, they can ask that. For example, in 2023 prelims, they had asked a question on deputy speaker. Now the reason why they had asked is that just before the prelims, 3 months before the prelims, there is a lot of ruckus in the Lok Sabha saying that for 1000 days there is no deputy speaker. A number of editorials came in the paper. Understood? That means even the static part questions will be based on the current affairs. Right? So this is one of the most important thing in the prelims. So you will be getting around 20 to 25 questions. That means 1/4 of the paper directly. I am not telling that static is not important. I am telling that this will be giving you support in understanding the things. Next, second major importance with respect to current affairs. In the mains of late, see before 2022, mains used to be like fixed domains, fixed themes. Now what they are asking, even they are asking 10 marker, 15 marker directly from the current affairs. For example, in this year's GS3, paper, they had asked a 15 marker 12th question of GS3 paper, economy, they had asked about fiscal health index. Fiscal health index. This is not at all there anywhere, any time before. If exam happened on August, this was announced in June. 15 marker, nowhere in the static part this is present. In the same paper, they had asked about this production linked incentive scheme, India semiconductor mission. All these are heavily in the current affairs. right? So there will be direct questions in the mains also. Understood? Now even more bigger advantage of the newspaper. See, you will be having, you know that you are having CSAT paper. In the CSAT paper, you will be having 3 sections: QRE, quantitative aptitude, nothing but maths, reasoning, and E, English comprehension. E, English comprehension. See, that the solving of English comprehension is completely different case. You need not study anything, but your understanding of English comprehension will be way better if you are a ardent reader of newspaper, especially Hindu paper. Now the thing is that same paragraphs can be taken. That is second thing. But the thing is that you will become habituated to that subject oriented language. That makes your English comprehension reading very much easier, right? And next benefit is that, see, obviously you know, you came to the preparation knowing that in the prelims there is objective part, in the mains there is descriptive part. Now for the descriptive part specifically, to write unique answers. See, some things which I am telling might get sense to you now, but within coming days you will feel it, right? Maybe for the first class you might be not feeling it, but in the coming days you can sense it. Now to write unique answers, to have some speciality in your answers compared to others' answers, you need to pick examples from the current affairs for substantiating your points. That means, say for example, yesterday there is an article about an NGO called as SHG, self-help group called as Nava Tejashwini, right? Now in our GS2 governance part, in the syllabus itself we will be having a topic called as self-help group. You might be knowing this. Self-help group ante Dwakra Sangalan మీరు ఉంటారు కదా in Andhra and Telangana majorly. Now the same thing in the international level are called as self-help groups. Women and other people are gaining their livelihood on their own. Dwakra Sangalan vinnara? Self-help groups. Now to show your speciality over there, you can quote examples of these things, right? So in that way also newspaper will be helping you in providing you examples, in writing examples in ethics answers, in writing examples in essays. Each and everywhere newspaper will be helping you a lot, right? This is the case. Shall we start our discussion? Now whether to make the notes or not, all these things we can discuss in our coming classes, right? Okay. Yeah. Page number 1, it says, talks today, Trump says as Iran keeps ships out of Strait. Now you might have heard this, your parents might have also asked about this. Now you might be knowing the issue. For the people who do not know, I am telling this. See, now here we will be having Iran, this is our India. Now India is dependent on, see, God had not created all the people equally. We are having differing in the resources. Some might have money, some may not have money. In the same manner, God had also not created the countries equally. Some had resources, some do not have resources. For example, India do not have lithium reserves. This Argentina, Bolivia, Chile had complete lithium. In the same manner, India do not have crude oil reserves. India do not have natural gas reserves. Even though we are having, those are very minimal. For 140 crore population, it is not possible, not sufficient. So what is the solution? But we have to use them. How we will be getting them? Export. Import. Export means we should send, import means we will get. Now that means imports are important. Now, so this West Asian belt, Iran, Saudi Arabia, UAE, Oman, Qatar, all these nations have huge amount of crude oil reserves. We used to import a lot from them. Similarly, we used to import a lot from Russia, USA, different nations. Now, majorly around 35 to 40% we used to import from the West Asia. Now, due to some type of issue ongoing between USA and Israel grouping versus Iran. Reason for the issue we will see in the coming classes. Due to ongoing issue between these two, Iran had blocked a pathway here. Iran had blocked a pathway here. This pathway is called as Strait of Hormuz. Now, what is meant by this Strait of Hormuz? See, strait is nothing but which connects two large water bodies. For example, near Dhanushkodi and all, or near Sri Lanka, you might have heard this Park Strait. This connects Arabian Sea with Bay of Bengal. In the same manner, here Gulf of Oman and Persian Gulf will be connected with this Strait of Hormuz. Why that is an issue? The thing is that we know entire oil is situated here. 40% of India's oil is coming from here. If they are blocking this, if they are stopping this, they had territorial sovereignty on that water. It is their right. How India had the territorial sovereignty on Andaman and Nicobar Islands, Lakshadweep Islands, in the same manner, they had sovereignty on this. That means how the ships will be coming now. This is called as Strait of Hormuz blockade. The reason why this issue had happened because Iran is trying to develop a nuclear weapon. These two countries do not want it, because if Iran develops a nuclear weapon, it will be very much difficult for the future of Israel. Israel and USA are very close friends. How, for example, if any of our close friend is getting affected, we will be going and helping them. In the same manner, USA is helping Israel. Now, that is other part of discussion, nuclear enrichment and all, we can see in our science and tech classes. But the thing here is that because of this blockade, entire world is affected. See, remember, we will be getting crude oil, natural gas, 65% of the natural gas we will be getting from Qatar. All of them are affected. What will be the impact if all of them are affected? You know, in any industry, whatever the industry, whether crude oil is required or not, gas is required or not. For example, say even if in the process of manufacturing, if those are not required, in the transportation of goods, say some automobile is going, say Kia car is being transferred from Ananthapuram to Delhi. If crude oil cost increases, the cost of production will be increasing. That means there will be rise in the prices of existing goods. This is called as import cost push inflation. Inflation basically. So, because of that we are facing all these things. If you had seen in the last 1 month, if you go to any tiffin shops and all, they had increased the prices. Why they had increased the prices? Because their cost of production increasing. Their cost of production increased because there is a scarcity of the gas. Now, for this as a solution, Trump had brokered a deal and USA and Iran had announced a ceasefire agreement. That means they will stop the war. Salar ceasefire and vinnar. Basically, ceasefire agreement, that means we will stop the war. We will stop the war for some time, so that they will continue in that meantime for 2 weeks they will have discussion and they can end the war completely. With that idea, they had announced this ceasefire. But what is the problem? There are ceasefire violations. Israel started attacking Lebanon. Lebanon is close friend of Iran. Then Iran again started blocking this Strait of Hormuz. Right. Now, the article is linked to that. Now, see that article. Talks today, Trump says as Iran keeps ships out of Strait. So, Trump is telling that since Iran had blocked this again, now we will talk today and we will try to reopen it. That's all. Understood? Right. Now, from the exam point of view, only thing you need to know, see in the IR we will be having different discussion. For prelims, Strait of Hormuz, this connects Persian Gulf and the Gulf of Oman. This can be asked directly in the examination. Okay. Next. We need not see political news, criminal news, movie news, sports news. So 70% of the paper is not needed for us. Okay. Now this is important, page number 6, South edition, which says that, page number 6, top center, 23 killed in explosion at fireworks factory in Tamil Nadu. 23 killed in explosion at fireworks factory in Tamil Nadu. Now what we need to take about this? See, you might be knowing this Shivakasi fireworks, iron crackers. All of us had burned at least once in our lifetime. Not once. But the thing is that most of the crackers which we will be using will be coming from Tamil Nadu. In the Tamil Nadu, there is firecracker production belt. Industries like Shivakasi will be producing over there. There is a Shivakasi district over there. But the problem is that since they are dealing with some type of explosives, you might have seen many people had lost their hands while firing the crackers. Now they are directly manufacturing over there. Millions of crackers will be there. If some type of fire happens, all of them will be exploded. It is a very major problem, right? So we need to have proper regulatory mechanism. Now what had happened? 23 killed in explosion at fireworks factory in Tamil Nadu. Now just 1 month back in Andhra Pradesh in West Godavari district also 5 people have killed because of this firecracker industry explosion. Now what is the take here for us for the examination? Who is responsible in this firecracker? See, UPSC won't be asking how many died and all. Who is responsible for this regulation? Who had given the license? What is the problem here? Now the organization responsible for giving the licenses to the firecracker industry, for regulating, for management, is an organization called as PSO. Petroleum Explosives and Safety Organization. Petroleum Explosives and Safety Organization. This is a statutory body. This is a statutory body. Yeah, someone is asking, is it necessary to make notes in the online? Do not make the notes. How to handle these things we can discuss tomorrow. Okay, no need to make notes. Just write down the major headings, what we are discussing, that's all. Okay, is US-Israel issue, PSO, right? This is a statutory body, which means this is formed by a Parliament Act. This is not there in the constitution. This is not made by the cabinet. This is formed by a statutory body. This is formed as a statutory body by a Parliament Act. This, see, now say for example, if you are organizing a fest in the college, you might be taking one work, registration department by one, accommodation by one, bookings by one. In the same manner, India is a very large nation. Single person cannot do the things. So what we will do, we had created a group of people to implement all the works in the nation. To look finance, one will be dealing. To talk with international players, one person will be dealing. In this format, we are having a group of people called as Council of Ministers. Council of Ministers. This will be headed by Prime Minister. He is the in charge of all of them, our Vishwaguru Narendra Modi garu. Now, the thing is that each and every person will be heading a ministry. Ministry of Finance, Ministry of External Affairs, Ministry of Defence. And every organization in the country will be under a ministry. Now, this PSO is under Ministry of Commerce. This PSO will be under Ministry of Commerce. This Petroleum Explosives and Safety Organization is responsible for giving licenses to the firecracker industry. Understood? So each and every license, if any problem is there, that means this PSO had not done its work. Now this is also a PYQ in the prelims. What you need to know? PSO, statutory body, coming under Ministry of Commerce, responsible for giving licenses. That's all. Now, in your GS3, I hope all of you had seen syllabus at least once. If not, this is your best friend for the next 1.5 years until you write mains in 2027, August 30, that will be your best friend. Okay, you will be writing right? Right? Okay. Now, yeah, what we are discussing? Yeah, so now in GS3, we are having a topic called as disaster management. In the disaster management, in mains, every year you will be getting 1 or 2 questions, one 10 marker and one 15 marker. They can ask about different disasters like floods, tsunamis, volcanoes, and there is separate topic called as man-made disaster. This firework is also under that man-made disaster. This can be asked over there also. Okay, next. Also remember this place, Virudhunagar. Virudhunagar is in Tamil Nadu. You will be learning about this Virudhunagar in your ancient history also. There is significance about it. See, politics avasam ledu ante ardham enti ante, see here, Modi speaks to Pawan Kalyan, enquiries about his well-being. Pawan Kalyan garu is not feeling well, so Modi had called him. We need not know this. Next. Today is Monday. Monday generally we won't be having economy page. Generally we will be having an economy page daily. After that we will be having IR page. But in the Monday we won't be having any type of economy articles. Right? Now in page number 12, center's procurement price for potato is half of input cost farmers. Half of input cost farmers. So what is the thing? You know, sometimes even in the movies they will be showing that tomatoes have been thrown on the road, farmers had thrown the tomatoes on the road, and sometimes you might have seen this, 1 kg of tomato will be going to 150 rupees and at one time it will reach 1 rupee, right? Now what is the thing here? The thing is that inflation and deflation. Deflation means fall in the prices, inflation means rise in the prices. There is another topic called as disinflation. You will be learning about that in your economy, right? Please, yeah. Right. Now, what had happened? Due to untimely rains, there is fall of, there is damage of potatoes in UP. Now, we won't be buying. Who should help the farmers? Government. So, government yesterday had announced a price of 6.50 rupees for potato, per kg of potato. But farmers are telling that this is not at all sufficient for us. Now, this is not important for the examination. The thing you need to know is that if there is any type of problem, farmer will be affected. But is there any mechanism to buy crops from the farmers, from the government? Anyone? Very good. We had a thing called as MSP, minimum support price. In Telugu you might have heard Kanisa Maddatu Dhara ani, right? Minimum support price. Now this is important for the examination. Currently we are having minimum support price for 22 crops plus sugarcane. The MSP for sugarcane is named as fair and remunerative price. MSP for sugarcane is named as fair and remunerative price. Now what is the meaning of this? Just before the sowing season, for example, say if farmers are going to sow rice in June, in May, Government of India, you might have seen Kharif, Rabi, Jayad season. Just before the starting of the season, Government of India, see this MSP is a national thing, not state thing. Government of India will be announcing MSP of every product. That means if you are producing that product, any of these 22 plus sugarcane, what is the amount, minimum amount we will be giving you? Now farmers will be knowing how much money they will be getting, based on that they can select the product. Understood? So this is a type of remunerative price. That means government will be deciding this price based on the idea that what is the minimum amount we need to give, such that farmers will be able to continue in the farming, they will be getting money. So this is called as remunerative price. Now while calculating this price, who will be calculating? There is an organization called as CACP. CACP, this is under Ministry of Agriculture, Commission for Agriculture Cost and Prices. Now this commission will be recommending the center about the prices, but this is not the final authority. Remember, see, whatever the things I had told you, each and everything is a PYQ. How many crops are there in MSP? What is the name of MSP for sugarcane? Who will announce the prices? Next, CACP will decide the prices, but they are not the final authority. CACP will submit the prices to an organization called as Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs. You will learn about cabinet committees in your polity, right? That's why the very first class starting for you is polity and economy. The thing is that there will be lot of linkage. When you will be reading static, you will have better understanding of current, and you will be reading current, you will be having better understanding of static part also. All the things which we discussed except PISO, again you will be getting in your static part. There you can link the things even more better, since you had done now, right? Now Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs is the prime organization for announcing this MSP. That means this cabinet committee will decide the prices. Even though they will announce, they will recommend, it is not mandatory for the CCEA to follow that. Generally they will be following. So what will be the price generally kept? Generally the cost of these things will be 1.5 times of the cost of production. We will call it as A2 plus FL, 1.5 times of A2 plus FL. The meaning of these things you will know in very near in your economic classes. This formula has been given by our father of Green Revolution in India. Who is it? MS Swaminathan Garu. MS Swaminathan Garu, he had recently died. Government had also given him Padma Vibhushan last year on his contribution. Now this 1.5 times of the cost of production, this formula was given by MS Swaminathan sir. Understood? So these are the things we need to know from this article. Next. Your next class in the same classroom? No? Okay. See the last article here. Nuclear plants require lifetime commitment. Nuclear plants require lifetime commitment. So what is the thing here? See, India is producing a lot of energy. For example, India as on date today morning, it had produced 530 gigawatts of electricity. 530 gigawatts of electricity. In this 530 gigawatts, around 45% we are getting only from thermal energy, coal. What is the problem with coal? Releases greenhouse gases, carbon dioxide, methane, all these things, nitrous oxide, sulfur dioxide, these are greenhouse gases. This can lead to global warming. This can make this climate change. So our idea is to reduce the climate change. So we need to reduce global warming. To reduce global warming, we need to reduce greenhouse gases. To reduce greenhouse gases, we need to shift from thermal energy, coal powered energy, to other alternatives called as renewable energy, non-fossil fuel energy. Now in this we are having solar, wind, hydro, and one of the major thing is nuclear. Nuclear is very, very important. The thing is that we won't be having even a pinch of emissions. No emissions will be there in this nuclear. Nuclear energy is nothing but, say, in your childhood you might have seen atom. In the atom, in the center will be having nucleus. In the nucleus you will be having proton, neutron, here you will be having electron, right? The energy which is stored in the nucleus, we will be breaking it by hitting it with a neutron. Then the amount of energy which is released will be captured in the form of nuclear energy. Now we want to use that. Until now, see, we want to use this, but in this 530 gigawatt, amount of nuclear energy is just 8.7 gigawatt, not even 2%, just 1.5%. The reasons for it we will see in our science center classes. Now, the thing is that until now only government is responsible for nuclear energy production. We have an organization called as Nuclear Power Corporation of India Limited. For the first time in December 2025, government had introduced an act called as Shanti Act. This had opened the nuclear energy for the private sector. That means you and me also can produce nuclear power. You and me also can produce the nuclear energy from now, if you are having the licenses, and the body who need to give the licenses is Atomic Energy Regulatory Board. How PISO will be giving license for firecracker industry, Atomic Energy Regulatory Board will be giving licenses for nuclear power. Okay. Now see, what all the articles, major things which we were unable to discuss in this class, we will be doing that as part of our Saturday class. Saturday we will be having a long class on current affairs. Now in that class, what are the major articles which you had missed, any major editorials in the news, all of them we will be doing in our Saturday class. Fine. Okay. Understood? All the best. For sure you will be, all of you will be writing mains 2027 from August 21st to August 30. Right. Now after August, whatever happens, leave it, but until then remember you are having around 14 months, 15 months. This 15 months are the most important periods in your life. Give whatever you can, rest leave to the God and your parents. Fine. Thank you.